How's it going, guys? Just want to make a quick Ceratosaurus build for you guys. In the comments on my other videos, you guys have requested that I make a build video for the Ceratosaurus. Up until this point, actually, I hadn't played a lot of Cerata. I kind of just never played that dino very much, and so this time I've gotten to play it. I got my 10K skin on it on official servers. Had a lot of fun doing it, so thank you guys for suggesting it. And I want to just share my build video with you guys and what I found to be the best for me. And so let's just jump right in and we'll look at the subspecies first. Plus 5% armor. I found this to be the best because as the Cerata, it's a really nice dinosaur right now. It's kind of busted a little bit, and it's good for brawling with other dinos. And forgive me for my voice is a little scratchy and stuff today. But it's really good for brawling with other dinos. Plus 5% armor I feel is just better to have because when we talk about the hide a little later, you'll see why, because I like to use lightweight hide, which gives me my speed. So I run plus 5% armor on the subspecies rather than getting it from your hide, and I found that it really helps a lot in the fights, the back and forth fights, to be able to get hits and land some really good hits. So let's look at the abilities. We have 2 hit slots. The first being Thrash. This is our spammable. It's a powerful attack that also deals damage to you for 25% of the damage that is inflicted. So you're hurting yourself every time you use this ability, and that is important to remember that for the next sense ability that we talk about. But this does high damage and also hurts you for a portion of the damage. The second one that we're running is Charge Bite. This is kind of our secondary bite, and we use this basically once we're really low on HP in a fight. This one will not hurt you when you use it, right? And it does a lot of high damage, so this is good for like kind of finding the opening and dealing a lot of damage. It's also good if a dinosaur decides to try to run away and rest or lay down, and you can get the jump on them. This will do so much damage to them if they're sitting down and laying down. It's a really good finisher. It's really good for killing somebody that's meatballed as well. If you meatball a dino, Charge Bite is nice for just, getting in there, making them, kind of fake that you're going in there, making them attack, and then getting in for that final blow. It's a good finishing attack. But Thrash will get you there. Thrash is the ability that you just spam until you get really low on HP or until they die, basically, and then you just swap it for Charge Bite. For our senses, we were just talking about Thrash. Berserker, when on low health, your attacks cooldowns 25% faster and deal 10% more damage. This here is huge, coupled with Thrash, because you're literally hurting yourself as you're fighting in order to get yourself low enough that this kicks in. And it kicks in around, I think, about 25% HP or 30% HP, something like that. You'll see this little symbol pop up above your health bar, and this will give you 10% increased damage. Now, that also increases your damage of your Thrash, which also hurts you for the amount inflicted, so 25% of the amount inflicted, so you're actually going to hurt yourself even more if you're using Thrash while Berserker's up. But that's why when Berserker comes up, you can swap to Charge Bite to finish out the fight, and it's really useful that way. So yeah, basically we're using Thrash right here to get ourselves down to when Berserker pops up in order to do more damage. This can be used in a group or just solo because it's really just benefiting you, and it's really good for the extra increased damage. The cooldown is also huge as well, I forgot to mention, because Charge Bite has a 4-second cooldown, and your other attack, Kick, right here, has a 4-second cooldown when you use it. And if you have Berserker up when you're lower HP, you pretty much have no cooldown on either one of those attacks. You can keep using them, which is really huge. The other thing I want to talk about here is All for One. You can swap this out and run All for One if you'd like. It's good if you have another Cerata, sorry, in your group. This is going to help you and the other Cerata because you're going to get 3% increased damage. If they're also running it, you get 6% increased damage. So if you're in a group and you're playing with other smaller dinos like that this will apply, like another Cerata, this is what you want to run. But if you're running as being like either the only Cerata in group or you're solo, you run Berserker. This is going to help you. Next we have the hide. Like I said, I tested out the armor hide right here, plus 15% increased armor. I found just going with the subspecies of armor is better, and that way you can run lightweight scales, so you're getting some armor and you have that increased speed, and that increased speed will help you tail ride other dinos and help you really get in there and in and out of fights, and just it's going to help you with that movement. You need the movement, and it also will help you so that you can use your tail attack as well effectively. So lightweight scale is what you want. It gives you speed, gets you in a fight, out of a fight, and it allows you to tail ride and kind of control how the fight's going. Back limb. Shove is good for raptors. If you have raptors jumping on you, this will get them off immediately. However, if you're more comfortable with using the feature to like buck them off by using your jump button when a raptor's onto you. For PC, I think it's spacebar. For us, it's X. You can, drain their stamina basically, essentially by using your jump button. And you can also use kick every 4 seconds while shaking them off, and the kick will actually do damage to them a little bit. It's not a ton, but it does do damage to them. For some reason, when they're on your back hip, it does damage. And if they're on your front shoulder, you can actually hit them with thrash if you turn your head towards them and like cut a circle while they're on you. Shaking them off, you can actually hit them with thrash. Does a lot of damage. So you can actually deal with raptors if you're more comfortable fighting that way. If you can't fight raptors very well, you can run shove. It'll get them off. But kick will help you kind of kill the raptors off you and stuff like that. But also kick is very good for other fights where you want to get in and out. I've been stuck on rocks before with a T-Rex trying to kill me, and the kick actually got me off the rock and gave me some space, gave me some momentum because it kind of lunges you forward. So it's also good for a finisher. If you get something really low and it's meatballed, you can run in and do a kick on them and finish them up. And you'll see a little bit later after we go through these abilities, I have some clips for you guys of some fights, and you'll see the kick in action. It's actually a nice little finisher as well. So kick's really good to have. And last but not least, Armor Tail. This is the ability that's kind of busted right now on the Cerato. As it reads here, damage and status effects inflicted to your tail is dramatically reduced. So basically when you get bit on the tail, you take almost no damage. And you also deliver damage to the opponent. When they bite you, they take a little bit of damage for biting your tail, which is really good. So this means that you can basically run in with your head attack, hit them with thrash, and turn your butt to them, and you can get hit on the tail, and it's going to hurt them. It's not really going to hurt you. Armor Tail is also kind of broken because it covers all the way up to your shoulders. I don't know why. We tested it out. I had a couple dinosaurs bite me on the tail. It hurt them back, and I also seen it where it bites. They bite your body, and it also hurts them still. They take damage from biting your body, which is interesting. So if raptors jump on you, they're actually hurting themselves anyway. But yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, and it seems like the damage is reduced all the way up to your shoulders. So it means basically you only take really big damage from your headshots. So if you're tail riding somebody, be careful that if you're chasing after them, tail riding them, they can tail whack you in the head. It does a lot of damage, so you do got to be careful of that. But Armor Tail is kind of almost the bread and butter of this build. It really does so much reduced damage. It's crazy. So this is kind of a must in my opinion to run Armor Tail. But this is my build. These are the abilities that I run, and I've had a lot of fun playing the Cerato. It's a very fun dinosaur. Thank you guys so much for suggesting it. And if you guys would like to stick around real quick, I will share with you some clips of me PvPing and fighting other dinosaurs. And yeah, just thank you guys so much for checking out the video. And I appreciate all the subscribers I've been getting, the likes, the follows. I appreciate it so much. So if you would consider subscribing, that would be huge for me. And I just want to say thank you guys again for doing all of that. Alright, guys, have a good one. Peace. This is an aloe. lost my momentum. I have lost my... Oh my god, I missed.